What's up everyone, it's TheTrojan, and I thought I would do a quick keyboard and mouse camera video to show you guys what's going on my end when I'm flying. And I figured I would pick Goldman Railway and kind of run like a little route and just, kind of mess around on it. I'll probably crash into some stuff, but hopefully this will be a good learning lesson. I get a lot of questions, usually in-game by co-pilots that are wondering how I'm doing stuff. And so I'm going to use this as like a sandbox to kind of just, play around, and then you can see what I'm doing with my, small adjustments on my end. What I really want to drive home with this video is that the little bird is extremely responsive, and you can make very fast adjustments that will save your ass at the last minute. So when you're about to hit an object, don't assume that you're going to hit it. You can turn away or roll off of it very quick. And I'll switch back between the third and first view, but usually only when I'm turning to kind of just get a different view of the object. I almost never do it when I'm going through tight spaces. I find it very difficult to fly through them in third person. So I'm almost always in first person, but sometimes I switch to third, usually when I'm turning or rotating. A lot of flying is just knowing the map. You need to know where objects are so that, like when you're rolling away like that, you know you're not going to smack into anything, or you know where stuff is. Right here, I know that I can go up through that slat because I've done that so many times, and I know that there's also this board right here that will make it difficult to do that. So you really need to know your map. You need to kind of know where the invisible walls are. There really aren't a whole lot on here, but that's a teammate, okay. But usually the thing you'll run into the most is like trees that are destroyed, but the game is still registering that they're there. So you can still hit those and it'll make you look like a noob, but it sucks and it happens. Another thing I want to talk about is like when you're going through small spaces, a lot of people just seem to be very timid about it. Like they'll come up and like slowly kind of float through like this, and then they won't do quick adjustments. It'll be like very slow adjustments. And the thing that you really want to do is just do very quick adjustments and beat your helicopter up. I mean, I'm very abusive when I fly to my helicopter, if that makes any sense. I mean, I don't go easy on it. I try to push the limits. I ram into stuff, I smack into walls, and that will hopefully make me a better pilot in the long run, is because I'm taking risks. A lot of people just don't, a lot of people simply just don't think of doing some stuff, like flying through from the top of here to the first floor, like this, and then killing a wall and going out. So basically what you should do when you're flying through this stuff is, obviously I know the map very well because I've done it so many times, so this is very easy, but W and S are your friends. Accelerating and then decelerating really quick helps you get through these objects easily, and then making small tapping adjustments is very helpful also. Really don't be timid about objects and going through them. If you know the map well enough, it's very easy and you just get used to it. The hard part is doing that when you're disabled, and I wish there was an easy way to show you guys this. I'm just going to smack into something. And up in an area like this, getting disabled is very deadly. So I'm going to get disabled, and you'll notice that I'm kind of tapping and moving right to keep myself up, and there was no vertical acceleration. I did not gain any altitude while I was in that building. A big mistake I see people do is they'll get disabled, and then they'll be flying as if they're not disabled, and they'll be holding W because they're not gaining altitude and they're trying to gain altitude, so they hold W. And there's a good example. If you hit something and you fuck up and you jump out, you can save your helicopter. But back to what I was doing. When you do get disabled in an area like that, I probably can't do it now without dying because the little bird is low on health. But you should tap around and make small adjustments and not hold down W, because once you come out of the disabled state, you're going to get thrown into objects and kill yourself. So don't do that. anyway, so I'm just decelerating really quick and then keeping level. I have my bird level the whole time when I'm going through there, but I do it at the last second. I don't approach an area and then I don't approach an area just like going like this. I'll see this sometimes and I'm just wondering what the purpose of them flying like this is, because you're really not helping yourself out at all. If you get into an area like this but you do it so slowly, then it's really not doing you any good because you can't get out of it quickly probably. So pick an area that you're comfortable flying in and out of quickly and use that as kind of your base camp when you're running from stuff. And here I know that this spot is basically the length of the little bird, so when I come up to the post or the bar, the beam right here, I basically am almost touching it with my nose as I go up. And then when I go down, I can go in the middle because I can pitch down in the middle because my bird is pitched down so it doesn't take up as much space. So it's really, you just got to get used to the size of your bird and then using kind of the nose to tell where your tail is. One way to do that is just, if I know that if I'm pitched down slightly at all, I know that my tail is pitched up. If I'm pitched up, I know my tail is pitched down. So generally when I'm backing up, my tail will be pitched down, and when I'm going forward, it'll be pitched up. So I'll just go in here, and then if you want to go through a spot like this, my tail is leveled and I'm tilted a bit, so I know that I'm not going to smack into stuff. If I just went straight through like this, it's kind of harder because you have to tilt when you're going through. You can't just go straight. So I guess the hard part to master is doing these moves when you're disabled and, you know, not smashing into everything, and then learning to tilt and I guess turn your heli instead of just staying flat the whole time. It takes a little bit to get comfortable with that. But anyway, I think that's all I want to talk about. Hopefully this isn't too long. Hopefully this helps you guys out.